One of the most dangerous pieces of advices in Age of Empire Mobile sound completely reasonable. Actually, it's advice most players give without even thinking. A new hero comes out, somebody asks, should I get him? And the answer is usually, yeah, why not? Maybe 1 star, maybe unlock him, maybe grab some medals, maybe use him later. Sounds harmless. But the more I watch season 1 players progress, the more I think this is exactly how free-to-play players fell behind. And I think most people don't even realize this is happening. A veteran player says something recently that really stood out for me. He basically told a new player, don't get everything they bring. Simple sentence, nothing complicated. But honestly, that might be one of the most valuable pieces of free-to-play player advice in the entire game. Because Season 1 constantly puts players in front of new decisions. Richard, Attila, new well, new hero, new opportunity. The game make every single one of them feels important. The problem, they're not all important. I think one of the biggest mistakes new players make is confusing availability with necessary. A hero appear, so they assume they need him. A will arrive, so they assume they should spin it. A bundle appear, so they assume it has value, and before they know, their account is moving in 10 different directions. I completely understand why this is happening. When I started playing strategy games, I thought collecting options was actually a progress. The more heroes I had, the strongest I felt. At least that was I told myself. Then reality arrived, because eventually every free-to-play player hits the same wall. Resources, not heroes, not power, resources. And suddenly all those little decisions start competing with each other. Every medal spent on one hero is a medal not spent somewhere else. Every will has a cost. Every unlock has a cost. Every just in case investment has a cost. And that's where things get uncomfortable. Because now you have to choose. And I make this mistake over and over again, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I was grabbing every hero that was coming in the game. Like, for example, Wagerta. This is for a will hero. Who else? Maybe Hannibal. Who else? Scipio. Okay, I invest a little in the Scipio, but I try to get some heroes just to have them. Okay, just to have them. If I get lucky, I may make him like 1 star. But every spin of the wheel was for the hero, just to have this hero. That this hero may somewhere in the future serve me well, I believe was actually a mistake for my account. And this is the best opportunity for one player just to learn from somebody else's mistakes. Then I noticed something interesting. The strongest free-to-play player accounts often look uncompleted. Think about that. You won't expect strong accounts to own everything, but many of the strongest accounts don't. They are actually missing lots of heroes, missing lots of unlocks, missing lots of opportunities. At first that sounds wrong, until you realize why. And this is one of my biggest realizations in Age of Empire Mobile. They're not trying to collect heroes, they're trying to build heroes. And those are completely different goals. This is where I think Attila become a perfect example. Where is my beautiful Attila? Oh my god. I didn't actually invest in Attila that much in season 1. So yeah, this is my beautiful Attila. When newer player asks whether they should invest into Attila or other heroes, they're usually focused on that hero. Veteran players are focused on something else, the path. Because eventually every investment creates another decision. If I choose Attila, what I'm giving up? If I choose Zhao, what I'm giving up? What I'm going to delay? If I build this hero, which hero doesn't get built? Those questions matter far more than most players realize. Then things go even more interesting because I start noticing that many free-to-play players aren't actually making bad investments. They're making too many good investments. That's a huge difference. A bad investment is easy to identify. A mediocre hero, a weak lineup, a bad ring. But what about multiple good heroes? Multiple good heroes are dangerous because they don't look like a mistake. Attila is good. Richard is useful. Many heroes have a value. That's exactly why players get trapped. The game rarely punishes you for making one bad decision. It punishes you for making 10 reasonable decisions. And honestly, I think that's why saying no is one of the hardest skills in the game. Nobody gets excited about skipping a well. Nobody gets excited about ignoring a new hero. Nobody makes a video celebrating the resources they didn't spend. But those decisions matter, sometimes more than the investment itself, because every time you say no, you're protecting future progress. Every time you say yes, you're creating another commitment. Then I start thinking about Lubu, because eventually a lot of players want to move toward Lubu lineups. Where is my beautiful Lubu? Yeah, where he is, yeah. I mean, it's no brainer about this, and this is where things become dangerous. If your long-term plan is Lubu, why are you spending resources somewhere else? If your destination is already decided, why are you taking every route on the map? That's a question I think many free-to-play players avoid asking, because planning feels restrictive, but lack of planning is usually far more expensive. Looking back, I think the biggest Season 1 trap isn't investing into the wrong hero, it's believing you have to participate in everything. Every well, every hero, every opportunity, every release. The game wants you to feel that way. The game constantly creates fear of missing out. And it's not only Age of Empire Mobile, it's basically in every game. The moment if you don't get this thing that you're looking for right now, it's just in our brains start thinking that we may never get it. And honestly, that's probably working exactly as intended. But the strongest free-to-play player accounts I've been seeing don't try to collect everything. Though they choose a direction, they stay there, even when other opportunities appear, even when exciting heroes arrive, even when the community starts chasing something new. So when I hear a veteran player tell somebody, don't get everything they bring, I don't hear hero advice. I hear progression advice. Because I think the biggest difference between strong free-to-play player account and struggling free-to-play player account isn't luck. It's a focus. And sometimes the most powerful things you can do for your account is simply deciding what you're not going to build. I'm curious how many of you learned this lesson the hard way. Have you ever looked back at your account and realized you spent resources on too many different heroes? Or do you think collecting options early is still the right the right play, because I think this is one of the of those mistakes almost every free-to-play player makes at least once. And I even did it. I invest in multiple heroes starting from Muan. Here is my Muan, 3-star, then I jump over Rennie. It's like 1-star investment, which is absolutely nothing. Wubo is still unfinished, at least I have Zhao like 5-star. I also have Minamoto like 3-star. I tried to build it with Scipio and Wagerta, but you know, Wagerta is like 0 stars and my Scipio is like 3 stars, so I even invest here. I don't have a 5-star hero, but I have like many 3-star heroes, which I believe is not the right way to go. So again, let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below. I wish you a great day. Don't forget to hit one like on the video and subscribe for more Age of Empires mobile videos. Wish you a great day and see you in the next video.